What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm working on the El Camino again, and I went ahead and got a jump on a few things. So as you can see, I got the AC system all put back together. Everything's put back in. So all I got left now as far as the AC is to vacuum it down and charge it up. When flushed all the lines, got the oil put in, changed out the orifice tube, changed out the receiver jar, everything, all new O-rings on everything that I took apart, which was everything. Everything got new O-rings, trust me. Everything. So now that that's done, like I said, I'm gonna get it all vacuumed down and get it charged up, and it should be ready to go. And you guys may remember from the last video I had made a upper radiator mounting plate. You guys check this out. Ooh, son, look at that. I think that's gonna look pretty sweet. So after that dries, I'll get it put back on, get everything done here. I got the intake adjusted, and I think it's this is the final install on that, so I just gotta you know, wipe everything down. But I think what I'm actually gonna do, because this thing's been kind of, you know, it's kind of dirty, so I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash the engine bay, and that way I can make sure everything's nice and clean. As you can see, everything's pretty dirty. We got dirty stuff everywhere, so all these leaves and stuff, we're gonna get all that stuff cleaned up. And I still have not made a cover for the wiring yet. You can see I did change the relays out. This is a 70 amp relay for the fans. I rewired the fans with a little bit heavier gauge wire, just to make sure that there's no issues. And I went ahead and swapped out both of these fuel pumps for these are 60 amp relays, as you can see right there. So that's for the fuel pump, the fans, and the AC compressor. Just wanted to go ahead and freshen all that stuff up. And my other plan is I'm trying to figure out some kind of way to clean up the top of the engine. It's a really tight fit between the hood and the engine, so I'm trying to come up with something. This is kind of a surprise, because I really wanted to do it when I did the swap, and you know, either I didn't have time or I just wasn't sure what to do. So I do know that I can move these wires, so I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna go ahead and get the wiring harness off the top of the intake, and I may end up having to shave some stuff down just a little bit. You know, I can't take off much, but I can definitely clean it up a little bit. And I've got a couple of ideas. I've got my old engine cover that I may be able to trim up a little bit and possibly make it fit. And of course it'll be a different color. I'm probably just going to do black, and you know, try to make that fit, because I like that engine cover the best. The other cover I've got is this old girl right here, and this is like the old style, I think, that came on the original LS trucks, like the old 1500s, like 98.5 and up, or maybe the 60s, you know, 2500s. And I think they quit using these in something like maybe 2003. I think that might have been the last year, because I'm pretty sure that this style is from 2004 or 2005. Pretty sure 2004. If you know for sure, you can comment, but it's not really that important. But this engine cover is not nearly as attractive as the other one, but if I can't make the other one fit and I can make this one fit, let's be honest, it's going to be a lot more attractive than this, right? I mean, pretty much anything will be more attractive than that. I don't know what GM was thinking. This is like pretty much the best thing ever made. I mean, the LS engine, I think we can all agree, pretty awesome. Makes really good power. It's a great engine, very reliable. Ugly, so ugly. GM, why? could have done so much better. That's one thing I really do love about the old school engines, is you can really dress them up and make them look great. I mean, you can take a Chevy 350 and make a showroom engine out of it, and it can be done with this, but you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to make this attractive at all. I mean, you got the wiring, you got this intake, all the coil packs and everything, you know. So what I would like to accomplish is getting this all cleaned up, and that way when the owner pops the hood, you know, there's something to look at, you know, something besides you know, I mean, this doesn't look horrible, but it's not, there's nothing attractive here, with the exception of the fact that it's an LS engine. Alright guys, I got the AC vacuum down charged up, and looks like she's doing pretty good. It's not bad for idling. She's been running for about, I don't know, probably about 20 minutes. And the temperature's been holding, the coolant temperature's been holding around 186, 187 at idle, which is a big improvement, because used to, if you turn the AC on with the stock radiator, it would pretty much cook it down after a few minutes. So you guys check this out. Alright, so I've been working on the intake and the cover for the intake, and I ended up not being able to use this one. No matter what I did, I couldn't figure out a way to make that work. Okay, so I started playing around with the one that I said was kind of less attractive, right? And I figured something out that's kind of cool. You ready? I turned it around backwards, and it actually looks pretty badass. I had to trim a few things, and it's not done, but I was able to use a stock bolt location on the intake in the back. This one's fake. It's, like I said, it's not finished yet. I'm gonna paint everything and all that stuff, but the round off edges and whatever. But I had to trim some stuff around, you know. But that's actually sitting. It's probably about 3 inches lower, or probably even more than that, than it would have. So, alright, so what I did is I moved the wiring off to the side, like I said I was going to. Got the wiring all relocated, and I ended up putting it up under the fuel rail crossover, and I got everything pretty much stripped off. I trimmed some of this stuff here, and I may still trim it a little bit more, because I know I can take a little bit off right here and get just a little bit more clearance. But this is what I'm using to bolt it down, and I think it actually came out pretty sweet, a lot better than I thought it would. I've never liked this intake cover, but I've also never turned it around backwards. Who would have thought? I think it actually looks pretty freaking sweet turned around backwards. So once it's all painted, you know, and cleaned up, and all the edges are cleaned up and everything, I think that's going to be actually pretty sweet. When you pop the hood, it'll actually kind of look a little more like a hot rod. I like it. I'm pretty close to being done up under the hood. So after I got done cleaning everything up on the intake, I was actually surprised. It cleaned up really well. So I decided not to paint it, because I mean, you know how painted surfaces are. Obviously the bare plastic's going to be more durable. So since it cleaned up as well as it did, I decided to just go ahead and leave that. So here's the finished product. You can see I painted the washers, put some stainless steel bolts in there, and like I said, this one is just a couple of washers and a nut on there. That one's not actually screwed into the intake, but this one is bolted in, and it holds it down, and it's real stable. So I guess I'll refresh everybody's memory on a few things. Got the spark plug wires done, got the AC system done. I found a cap for the overflow tank, or the expansion tank. Got this this hose running up here for that. Built the intake, got the upper radiator hose. The fitting finally came in for the radiator is completely full. It's already been tested, as you saw earlier. And changed the relays around here, and then I worked on the wiring and shaving the intake and everything on there. Obviously, we got a new compressor, a new AC belt down there. Redid the AC line, ran some new wires for the fans, and you know, so I think everything up under the hood's ready to go. So I think that's going to be it for this video. So I know I said this before, but the next video is going to be about changing the gear in the rear end. So hopefully we can get all that squeezed into one video. And then after that, we're going to be doing some tuning on it and redoing the shift points, you know, and adjusting for the new gear ratios and all that stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the build. And we got something pretty special coming up after this El Camino gets finished up. I think you guys are going to be real excited about it. I may make a teaser video for it or something, but until then, maybe you guys might want to guess what it is. I'll give you a couple of hints. Number one, it's not from this country. And number two, it's right-hand drive. What could be under this cover, guys? What do you think it is? I recognize something there. What do you think? So you guys comment your guesses below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.